All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on something you see all the time, those really persuasive health ads online. We're actually going to look at the anatomy of a sales script for a men's health supplement, and we're going to break down its formula piece by piece.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You're just scrolling and all of a sudden you're deep into this video that feels, well, it feels less like an ad and more like some urgent warning. And that feeling? That's not an accident. It is completely by design.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not just looking at the final ad. We are getting into the blueprint behind the ad. The goal here is that by the end of this, you'll be able to spot these exact techniques from a mile away. You'll become a much smarter consumer.
So how do they pull this off? Well, it's not magic, and it's definitely not random. There is a very specific 5-step formula at work here. Think of it like a roadmap, designed to take you from just being curious to actually clicking that Buy Now button.
It kicks off immediately, like from the very first sentence. This line is actually in the instructions for the script. It's the classic hook. It creates what marketers call an open loop in your brain. It promises a secret, a breakthrough, something you're only going to get if you stick around and watch the whole thing.
And here's the entire playbook, laid out for you. The hook, the problem, the solution, the offer, and the close. You gotta understand, this isn't just a list of features, it's a story, a carefully crafted journey where you are the main character. Each step is built to push you, both emotionally and logically, towards that final purchase. So, let's get into it.
Okay, so once they've got you hooked, the script's main job is to introduce a problem. But here's the thing, it can't be just any problem. It has to feel urgent, it has to be a little scary, and most importantly, it has to feel deeply personal to you. This is where the real persuasion begins.
So how do they do that? Well, in this script, they introduce something they call the 10-to-1 rule. Now listen to how that sounds. It sounds medical, it sounds official, it sounds scientific. And that's the whole point. It's a tactic to wrap their problem in the language of science, to make it seem totally credible, even if this so-called rule is just a marketing invention.
And then they hit you with this. They pair that sciencey concept with incredibly powerful emotional words. Just look at this phrase, your cells starve as you age. Wow. I mean, that's a visceral image, right? It's designed to make you feel something. Suddenly, it's not just a medical stat. It's this personal, frightening process of decay.
And that right there is the magic combo. The 10-to-1 rule gives you the logic, making your brand think, this must be based on data. And then the image of starving cells gives you the emotion, making your gut feel, whoa, this is dangerous. It's an incredibly effective 1-2 punch to manufacture a sense of urgency out of thin air.
So now you're worried, right? You're thinking about this problem. And just like that, the script smoothly pivots to introduce the one thing, the only thing that can fix it. The product is presented as the perfect, unique antidote.
And check out how they build its credibility. They make a huge deal about the product being a powder, not a pill. See how it's framed? The powder is new, it has superior absorption, it's the definitive solution. Pills, on the other hand, are positioned as old-fashioned, traditional, and just plain less effective. It's all about making their product seem like the latest and greatest innovation.
And to really drive home that scientific image, the script starts listing off these specific, kind of exotic-sounding ingredients. When they say things like boron, tonkadali, or maca root, it's not just about what's in the bottle. It's about building authority. It makes it sound like it's based on deep research, like it's this special, powerful formula you just can't get anywhere else.
Okay, let's recap. You've been hooked, you're now worried about a scary problem, and you've just been shown the perfect solution. So before they ask you to buy, the script has one critical job left to do. It has to make you feel 100% safe about making the purchase.
First, they hit you with this big number, 180. That's a 180-day money-back guarantee. We're talking 6 months. This is a classic, powerful technique called risk reversal. Basically, they're taking all the financial risk off of you and putting it on themselves. The message is, we are so confident this works, you have nothing to lose.
Then they show you the price, but they frame it as this amazing deal, just $39 a bottle. This is a tactic called price anchoring. See, after building up all that value, the science, the unique ingredients, the superior format, that price is designed to sound almost shockingly reasonable. It feels like a steal.
And just when you think the deal is as good as it gets, boom, they throw in 2 free bonuses. This is called value stacking. They're literally piling on the value. The goal is to push anyone who's still on the fence over the edge by making the offer seem so ridiculously good that it feels crazy not to take it.
So the stage is perfectly set. The value feels incredibly high, and the risk feels incredibly low. Now, it is time for the final move. It's time for the close. And this is where the script stops persuading and starts instructing.
And there is zero confusion here. Just look at the direct language from the script's instructions. Tell viewers to click. It's not a suggestion. It's a command. After making this whole emotional and logical case, the final call to action is simple, it's direct, it's urgent. This is the pure voice of conversion.
So there it is, the entire journey, broken down. It all starts with a hook to get your attention. Then it creates a problem to build urgency. It presents a unique solution to give you hope. It makes an irresistible offer to remove any risk. And finally, it closes with a direct command to turn all that interest into an actual sale.
And that really is the big takeaway here. This 5-step formula is absolutely everywhere, and not just in health ads. You'll start to see it in ads for software, for financial services, for online courses, you name it. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you know the blueprint, how is it going to change the way you see all the ads that are constantly surrounding you?